Hey, what's up, YouTube? Red and Bordy here, back with another New World Lore episode. Today, we're going to talk about some squash farmers. Just an everyday normal conversation. Bordy, why don't you take it away with the first lore page?
Yeah, absolutely, man. So just to give a little bit more insight to what we're going to be discussing, we're talking about squash farmers, like Red said, what Red has always aspired to be. And we are going to be talking about all of the farms you see around New World and why they are now abandoned and why they're overrun with the loss. So let's jump into it, man. The first lore page is titled The River Provides. So it says this second year harvest proves our stubbornness was justified. Already more clamoring to join our budding community. The soil is rich and the river provides. So right here out of the gate, man, the farms of Aeternum, they were bustling, dude. They were growing some crops and things were going well. So the next page is called The Community Grows. And it says, it is wonderful now to have neighbors. Our shared toil has enriched the lives of us all. Fourth year harvest is just around the bend and my heart soars. Then the old tempest. There was quite the lightning storm last night. The river would glow with each strike, and the mill cast long, spastic shadows across the fields. If I subscribed to the superstitions of my kin, I would call it an ill omen. But there's no denying the grand spectacle it was. The whole village sheltered together and gasped in time with each thunderclap. So here things begin to get a little bit interesting at the farms, man. So the next page is called A Sudden Turn. Something peculiar has been discovered in the fields. We have lost a good portion of our harvest and to a rot that has appeared quite literally overnight. We have seen no worm or fly, yet the fruit is blackened and bruised and the soil reeks of death. So now undying rot is the next page. Our crops continue to rot as villagers leave one by one. Those who were stubborn enough to stay are now too stubborn to leave. Those foolish enough to eat these crops turn gravely ill. All our harvest fail. What did we do to deserve this blight? Dude, this is getting a little bit crazy, man. So we kind of see why the lost are starting to invade. So those foolish enough to eat those crops, they turn gravely ill, man. So what? Now the last page,
why are you gonna eat rotting crops?
Bro, they're starving, man. That's the only crops they have left to eat. So they decided they were gonna eat it. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think especially it's time to look at cooking those zombies up. You know what I mean? Like in Minecraft, rotten fresh flesh. That's what you need.
I guess so.
That makes you sick,
something
just
other
like
than
rotten crops, I guess.
Yeah, well, now we see why the people of the farms are turning into the lost here, because they're eating the crops that were struck by lightning. Whatever lightning storm occurred, something crazy happened. So the last lore page I'm going to read, Red, is called Running Away. And it says, I sense that the lightning storm was merely the beginning of the end for our lives here. We've had vicious attacks from these monsters, husks that seem human but only ravage and destroy. The remaining families have lost members in the attacks, and we survivors are now forced to flee this area. We have no choice but to leave. So take it away, Red.
All right, so here's the next page. We've had some luck to move from farther north. We found fertile land and decided to rebuild. Nestled within the crags that surround it, we soon saw a small lake as a respite in our journey and replanted our crops. Scorching our tools, we found the fire cleansed them of the stench of the blight and remained vigilant in how we use the soil. But we are unsure if those freaks with the red eyes will find us here. 2. Perhaps it is only a matter of time. So here we go, Bordy. Apparently the corrupted is taking some interest in these farmers. They go from the lost to the corrupted, dude. I feel like they're having some bad luck. They're having a bad time trying to farm. They definitely are. So the next lore page here says, some of us have settled in the west side of the valley, named the farm Lakeside. We settled opposite of them to the east, naming our township Farside. That reminds me of what was that, like there's a calendar series called Dark Side or Far Side, Tales from the Far Side or something like that. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, never mind.
No.
The crags and the trees shroud that soil in a year-round shade. Though this would be detrimental to some crops, we found these conditions perfect to grow our healthy rhubarb crop on this island. The lakeside families shared with us farside families a technique to hold back the blight. Cleansing the tools we use with fire may help us survive the horrors of this island. Hey, dude, I think there's a little bit of hint in here. You know who applies the blight? The angry earth. Dude, maybe we got to test this in game. Is fire Are the Angry Earth sensitive to fire? It seems like they might be in this lore page here. Okay, I'll just go read the next one. You know, nothing to say. It's fine. Last Judgment. The attacks begin again, but none of us were under the naive impression that those fiends would leave us alone. Lakeside has already fallen, and the red-eyed monsters are swarming on Farside. Those of us that have survived these attacks have decided to make for the settlement to the north in Devil's Quarry. It is the last judgment for us, and the settlement may be our only salvation. I feel like they're heading the wrong direction, Bordy. If they don't want to fight the corrupted, I don't know if the north is a great place to be.
No, it doesn't seem that way. So I didn't say anything because I was trying to contemplate on what you were saying there. I think you were saying the Angry Earth was scared of fire, but I think this is talking about the Lost being scared of fire, right?
I don't know. It said blight. They were cleansing their tools from the blight. Isn't that like
cleansing their tools from the blight? Well, I think the lightning storm caused the blight, but yeah, the Angry Earth do have those creatures that
they apply that debuff
they apply blight. So maybe they're interchangeable
and
in some way.
Plants don't like fire.
Okay, yeah, your logic is sound, I guess, but I think whenever you're roaming around the map of Aeternum, you see these farms everywhere, and the farms do have Lost all over them, and then some of the farms have Corrupted in them. So I think now we have found out why some of the farms have Lost and some of the farms have Corrupted, because I think at these farms where these people are using the fire to cleanse the land and to cleanse the crops, I don't think that the traditional Lost want to come over there. But then it references the fact that they're unsure if those freaks with the red eyes are going to find them there too. So they know about the Corrupted, so they have apparently seen them somewhere. So this lightning storm came down, caused these crops to do something weird. People ate them. They turned into the zombies, which are the Lost. And then the people they figured out a way how to get rid of them by cleansing their tools with fire, and then they got overran by the Corrupted, and now they're headed north into more Corrupted, obviously, because that's all that is north in Aeternum. So pretty interesting, man. We now know the story behind the farms of Aeternum that we see everywhere, and it's really cool to see the lore behind those, because all we see running around in game is just farms that are overran with all these houses, and it's like, well, why are there people not there? Well, now we know that they ate the rotten crops, and they're
making bad life choices. That's what happens. Kids, happens. When you eat rotten foods, you turn into zombies. So stay away from them. Bordy, it's been a good one, dude. This lore continues to build a world of Aeternum. It makes it more interesting, I think. It makes it, when you're going around from level 1 all the way to level 60 and you're running into these things that we're talking about in the lore series, dude, I think it's going to make it that much better to play, at least for me. I'm excited to learn more about the world of Aeternum and kind of shape the reason that we're doing these quests and we're clearing these farms and all of that, Bordy. So it's been fun. Guys, if you haven't checked out New World Fans, that's where we're reading all these lore pages from. We have them all in the database. You just go to the database and then click on lore pages. Guys, the builder is popping off. People are putting up builds. They're writing descriptions like guides. It's sick, Bordy. We just looked at it before we recorded this video, and it's so fun to like kind of go through people's theory crafted builds and see they've written guides for these builds, and it's sick, man. So if you have a chance, go check the builds out, create an account, make a build of your own, write your own guide, and dude, people are upvoting. It's crazy, brother. It's been fun to watch.
Absolutely, man. It is. It's pretty cool. The guides that people write are pretty in depth, and yeah, it's very enjoyable to see.
Shout out to Taken, and for the record, we just want to put this in a video form. He's always invited to join these videos, but he says no. He says no, I can't be on there with you bald men. I'm far too good looking to be in your YouTube videos. So there you have it, boys. You've heard it here first. Taken refuses. He has an open invitation. There it is. He also just had a kid, so maybe that's a great excuse to not be in the videos as well. All right, Bordy. It's been a fun one. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.